Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Western New York. Has this at the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First turn of the game for James Cook. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
56. What's that?
Now Allen off the play action. Sideline. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom. Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, I love that.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
What's that?
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin the season on a high note with a win. They put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you can't start much better than that.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know,
And the kick is no good. An early point after left on the table. Maybe later in this game, it's going to be a moment we look back on. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Cook trying this one up the gut. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and his bounce outside nabs him 7. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
5 wide.
Another one for Cook. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Allen now on 1st down. Hits his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Half 85. Here we go.
That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 7-point lead in the 1st. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles slice the lead down to a couple.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Bills 14, Eagles 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He lost the football. And the ball skips out of bounds. Lucky for them, no lost fumble there on the kick return.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
This is Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets everything he has under this one. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Bills with the punt team out there. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Ooh, put some air under this one. Right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down. He just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're all over that screen block. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. They've got first down here from the 36. Barkley off the pistol give. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Avoided one crisis on a dropped pick. Now they're facing another 3rd and long. They'll throw 3rd and long. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A 46-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And that's going to give them the lead.
It fed the kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. He's going to lose a yard here. Defense there to force him out behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play good for 17 on a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Allen to throw. Drops it off to Cook. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's Cook. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. Now Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment.
Alert! Ready!
Allen on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
The Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Look out!
Now run by Cook. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buffalo first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got two in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Here's a screen for Cook. That screen sniffed out quickly. Shut. Behind the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
319! Alert! Regular.
Again, Allen to the air. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. Carlson, the tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills jump in front now by 5.
Bills 21, Eagles 16. Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. That one connects. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Good on the extra point attempt. And the Eagles take a slim 2-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
All right, set going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. He's going to get this up to about the 28. Very close to picking up that 1st down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 from the 43.
At the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Escapes the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air. Allen. Escapes the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. Deep sideline shot is caught. And he gets out to stop the clock. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
To the air again, Allen. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
So Allen lining the Bills up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
They give it to the back of his own read. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
Eagles 23. Daniel Carlson.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing here just before halftime. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. So a rarity for anyone playing penalty bingo. It's a kickoff out of bounds and some great field position starting out. So 1st down from the 41. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Pass run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st down, around with Barkley. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Offensive line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts to throw. They sure came his own to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion. 2 set of downs for him from the 31.
63.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. To get the return out across the 30 before he goes out.
Our coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Pulled in by his back, Cook. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Catch made underneath by back. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. They'll run here following the penalty. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll run it with Cook. He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. He's back to throw. He connects downfield. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a give to Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills push their lead further to start the half. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Chased out, and they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. Offense in the hurry up here. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Lofts it deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. They go play fake with Hurts. He's got it at the 5. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. It's 2nd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start backs him up. This is 2nd down and 9. Hurts yet again. Brings it in. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles trim the deficit down to 5.
Eagles 30.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. He rolls to his right. And after making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. This is Cook on the handoff. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Reed Blankenship on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Monday, on your team. Hey, tight.
Play action now. Allen. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Alert! Hey, tight. Stay.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. All the way left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Alert! Brown 80!
Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Finds a seam down the middle. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th.
Looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And he's going to bring this back for the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. Defense getting in on the front block with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Hurts now from the gun. Forced out to his right.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the first down.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off Ray Blankenship. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, Brock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Now Allen off the play action. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked out by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth.
I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Ooh, puts him air under this one, right side. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts. He's got it downfield near the edge. Big gain, 14 on the play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. From the pistol, Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And again, here's Hurts. Going deep here for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Hurts throwing again. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. It's a screen to Barkley. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Eagles need to score quickly. Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. It's Hurts once again. He finds him beyond the marker. That'll be the 1st and more. They get 22 out of that play. And now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown. 1st and goal coming up.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles trim the deficit down to 5. Now with almost 2 minutes left, they're lining up for an onside attempt they need to recover. And the Bills are able to secure this kid. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert! Ground it!
They're going to pass it here. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown!
There are a couple different ways now to win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Carlson now to add one more. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Hurts setting up to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Will take possession at the opposing 35-yard line after he goes out on the return.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has the Bills the first down, and that drop should clinch them this win.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a
touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills go up by 19.
Bills 62, Eagles 43.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
Set to kickoff.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. Second and manageable, he's throwing. Maybe a bit of desperation, here's a deep shot. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and the massive hit, the ball is out. And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be second down. Throwing here, Hurts. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Yards to go.
Looking to throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it down to the 33. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. First down now, ball at the 33.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts yet again. That's completed right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
All set now. 1st and 10. In the red zone on 1st. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock, I got to ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over to you saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kay. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win.
Yo, yo,
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Sends this to the end zone. And it's incomplete. Kept the pedal down, though, the whole way. Still taking shots until the...
Now on the other side can snowball on you.
tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better.
Yo, yo, I was in this bit hooping. Shit, let me hoop. I'm on my bed today. I bet South finna eat out the game.